Uh-huh. Okay, okay, I'm on. Wait a second. That's right. The last time I streamed, I used different mic. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Long time no see. That's great. I am doing okay too. I'm actually doing better. uh, now that I'm actually going on with my life and stuff. That actually helps a lot. Oh yeah, maybe I need to put the music down a bit. Because last time we did a karaoke stream, so the music is a bit louder than usual. So yeah, today I'm just gonna sketch a bit. I already have like the first planned sketch on. This is actually a commission for a friend slash Patreon. It's going to be a magic card. For those who know magic can probably guess what it is. It's the Black Lotus. It's a themed artwork with a cat from a D&D. Oh no, it was a Pathfinder campaign. Need to be peculiar about this. And yeah, I'm just gonna sketch a bit. Sketch over this again. I'm trying to plan the commission a bit better than I usually do because aside from working on my bachelor thesis, which has been going a bit slow, but faster than the last 3 months, I actually decided to like create a plan for my drawing practices, and I have recently been practicing perspective, and I have watched a lot of professionals talk about work. And yesterday I found a video that talked about planning stuff and having like prototypes and stuff like that, so I want to do that. So basically I want to do a very rough drawing where I figure out the lighting, the overall scene, and hopefully like that will make the actual work on the artwork easier. So the horizon line is... Whoa. Why is it not snapping to the... Ah, now it's snapping to the grid. Okay. Oh, okay. But yeah, life has been busy for me. I'm getting a routine, I'm planning stuff, doing the bachelor thesis, which is now officially about Attack on Titan, and I actually started reading it. I'm at volume 5 so far. For those who are a bit confused, I'm trying to... There we go. Make some landmarks for the perspective. Actually, now that I'm reading it, I can understand more why Attack on Titan is so popular. I can understand it better. I still don't like it. But I understand the intrigue now. The mystery is well constructed. I would be lying if I would say otherwise. Doesn't change the fact that I don't like it. For me, like, a plot is only as strong as the themes and characters. So a plot has to be constructed stupidly well for me to not, like, care about the characters. And the overall writing, and in the case of a manga, panel composition. You know, like, writing has, like, the different instances. There's, like, overarching plot. There's, like, at least in manga, you often have arcs, like, smaller units of story. And then you have, like... I cannot recommend reading it. If you feel like you need to go through Eren's journey again, ever, then just watch the anime. That's my honest opinion. I think this is the first work where I say the actual technique, the actual construction of the manga when it comes to panel composition. It's so bad, you guys. It's really bad. Like, I posted on Twitter recently a tweet that was named Peekaboo, because you have scenes in Attack on Titan where, like, the faces of the characters are completely hidden by speech bubbles. Hey! So, yeah. I think the anime is objectively a better version of Attack on Titan. I don't really see the necessity to read the manga. Especially now that it's finished. You don't have even the, Okay, wait. I learned something today about perspective. About how to create grids that have the same distance to each other. And I already started it wrong for me. Because I would like to have a grid where every grid is as... No. Wide as a cat, so I have a sense of how tall stuff is. But, like, Attack on Titan could have been an enjoyable manga for me if Eren actually died in whatever chapter he fake dies before he turns into the Titan. And Mikasa and Ami would have to, like, grow and stuff. And maybe Eren could then have come back, you know? Okay, I see. I mean, soccer sexism is weirdly important. I've thought about it less in that kind of big plot, but like his entire relationship with Suki is kinda built on the fact that she kicked his ass once, and he then, instead of being like a little bitch about it, grew from it, and that kinda earned him the respect from Suki, so... I think, like, they have to put something else in it to, like, substitute it. And now I wonder if he's just going to be racist towards the Kyoshi warriors? Is he just gonna be like, what weird kind of fighting style is this? Is he, like, gonna shift his focus? Or what? But yeah, if the quote is true, I mean, there could be nuance to it. Maybe they just toned down some other aspects of Sokka's character, although I cannot remember if he was that sexist after episode 4. Yeah. I don't have a lot of hopes for the adaptation after I read that. I mean, it doesn't have to be an all deal breaker. Yeah. Like in the first episodes. And I think he has, like, sometimes, like, he flirts a lot with girls, but that's not bad in and of itself. Like, he doesn't do it disrespectfully. Like, I don't understand the decision. And that's why I made the theory that they actually want to erase the plot where he dresses as a girl. That's just my theory because I cannot think of a reason. Like, you cannot be that scared of some random users being like, oh no, the character is sexist and he's being called out for being sexist and he learns from his mistakes. Like, we cannot have that. Like, those people are lost. They will be upset about all the other stuff as well. So why... why change that, right? Why is this line not towards the focal point? Cat is being mean to me. Here, let's do it again. One grid. Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so they allegedly, like, typed in soccer or, like, problematic aspects in Avatar Reddit and they just took a random thread too hard. Writers, TM, or producers. I actually don't think that writers would make that decision. At least not good writers. I really love Clip Studio's perspective tool. I really do, but it's sometimes a real bitch. Okay, so what you do? Take blue lines for this one. Do this. And then every time the diagonal line crosses the other lines, you put a vertical line in. And then you do that again. And then you get like a grid that has the same ish size for each tile. And that's a neat hack. I'm doing this mainly because I'm curious how much it will pay off to do this. Like how much more depth will my artwork have? No! Okay, I was gone for a sec there. Oh no, that's not good. I mean, I'm sorry, but like the stupid goofball being the affectionate target of women is a trope. Like, basically, it's the hyper competent woman with a dumb, stupid boyfriend. That's like a trope, and I don't think that that trope is inherently sexist. That trope is only bad if you, like, for some reason decide that the hyper-competent woman doesn't get, like, acknowledged for her achievements, and the doofus gets, like, all the praise or something like that. Like, that I would call sexist, but not the whole construct of, you know, a kinda funny, goofy guy. I mean, he's, like, the interest of how many female characters? There's, like, his moon girlfriend. It's rough, buddy. Suki. But that's, like, understandable. She wants, like, a stupid trophy husband, I guess. Right now, I only remember one random girl that had a crush on Aang. Moon Girl Suki, tough kinda, and Ty Lee thinks he's cute. Oh no. Ty Lee says he's cute like 1 or 2 times, right? And yet Toph had like a thing. That's true. But that's like for 1 episode or like a few episodes and then she gets over it, right? Do I remember correctly? Oh, I don't know anymore. Okay. Cat picks up the Black Lotus, obviously. Do I have a lotus as a brush somewhere? To have like... Because right now I just want to do the composition part. When did my brush switch over there? Here. Flowers! That's not a lotus. Morning Glory, Plum... Water lilies, I could put those in there for a good. Several dandelions. You know what? I'm gonna look for a brush for a second. But yeah, I never had the impression that Sokka gets like an more than ordinary amount of crushes in Avatar. I never felt like that. And obviously that doesn't have anything to do with them being sexist. That's so stupid. Ah, yeah, right. There's like that one scene. Yeah, I don't know if that's like... Like, she has a crush for a millisecond. But also she's like... She was sheltered all her life, right? So she never had any experiences with boys, and Aang she obviously sees as her student. So, yeah, I think it's kinda... I mean, not necessarily like she has to like Sokka, but I mean, she doesn't have a lot of choices, right? Oh, that's a nice lotus. Gonna be careful that the random lotuses I put in here don't look better than the one I'm drawing in the main frame. I don't have any clippy points left. Hi, how's it going? So yeah, no. Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think the one thing you can criticize, and I don't even think that it's that bad, is that, you know, some of the girls who are underage are like shown in like swimsuit situations, and I don't even think that's bad. I mean, of course they are like slightly sexualized, I guess, but it's in like... Basically, I never felt like they were sexualized in a way that was not intended for, like, the other underage boys in the series to crush on, if you know what I mean. And it was never a word. It was only like, oh, she has a swimsuit on. Oh, I'm blushing. That's kind of the extent of it. You know, it almost feels like they need an explanation why they need to fix like anything. Like they want to do something different, so they look for things to fix, and there are not a lot of things to fix in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like I said, I don't think we need an adaptation. Anyway, where did the other lotus go? But I mean, I don't really have high hopes for live action adaptations anyway. And I don't really know why we need to have them. Like, it's nice if one is good, but I feel like it's almost every time more of a marketing thing. It's like, oh, we can make people watch a show that they would normally not watch because they don't like the medium of animation. And yeah, I'll give it a chance, but the sexist the sexist soccer article was pretty damning for me. It's like a red flag. Just doing the same thing sounds like it can only be a worse version. Yeah, that's right. That's how I think. Oh, Flip Studio is struggling a bit right now. I think I need the mic more closer. I mean, maybe they just ruined soccer. It's just like one of the main characters and one of the most important characters. But yeah, for me, it's like, reading the article made me think about, oh, this is what I would expect from like a Buffy adaptation. If like someone decided to redo Buffy and, maybe not rid Xander of his sexism, but like make him have a character arc around it. But my tweet pretty much summarized it. Oh yeah, we're against sexism, so we delete the character arc that demonstrates to kids why sexism is bad. Woo! Yeah, visually it's way better. Even though what worried me is that I kind of recognize the shots. And I don't know if it's like they sometimes use shots that are like exactly like the animation, or if they actually do like a book by book, scene by scene recreation. And that's something that I'm like, it's not bad if they do it, but I am highly disinterested in it if they do it. Because I can just watch the show. But even if you like try to look at it from the oh yeah, but not everyone watches animation. I think Avatar: The Last Airbender is the one thing that a lot of parents watched along with their kids because it was actually good. I'm not in the loop there. Basically, an article where they interviewed the actor of soccer, and I don't know if any writer comments were there as well. I just kind of skimmed it, and allegedly they put out soccer sexism that he has in like the first 4 episodes of the series. Where it was like, yeah, that were kind of iffy, and everyone basically treated, but that's kind of a point. Like, Sokka was sexist for 4 episodes, and then he gets his ass kicked by a girl, accepts his mistake, dresses like a girl, and gets trained by the girls, and grows from it. It's kind of an important thing he goes through. And I think that's kind of like, it's a very poignant message because a lot of young boys, you know, are kind of like the childish sexism, right? The, oh, girls cannot do, like, they are not strong, they cannot fight, that kind of thing. And demonstrating in media, like, you have a boy that a lot of boys are gonna identify with if they don't identify with Aang, and then just very organically show why he's wrong is like a very powerful message. And I mean, I get why they're afraid of that, because the mediascape is like at a point where you basically don't want anything that is quote-unquote problematic in your media, and you want to dodge everything. You basically want a sterile product so people don't get mad at it. Or you make a product that's really provocative so people get mad at it and give you like free advertisement on Twitter. But it's one of the both ways. And I'm just like, guys, that show actually has really good messaging. Maybe you should have thought about it for 2 seconds. I mean, it would be hella funny if they just like deleted 2 sentences of sexism and that prompted their actor to say that. And now they get like a whole shitstorm around nothing. Yet soccer is an issue. I have no idea. We have to see. Hello! We kinda have to see. We're redoing Anakin Skywalker, but he was kinda shitty when he became a Sith. Like, that's called a character arc. Exactly. Okay, that brush has a bit much repetition. That one has even more repetition. Okay. What do you do? Oh! Like the entire airbender genocide. Maybe they go like the German Pokito Naruto road, and they have hidden all the airbenders. They vanished. We don't know where they put them. And I don't know what Aang then gets angry about in the air temple, but no, that's for another day. Yeah, it's just stupid. Okay, those are in color. I don't need them in color. I actually just want them to block a bit of the I need to think about where the Black Lotus, like, I searched up a few Magic the Gathering artworks. They grow in water, so I... it's basically... maybe... a slightly swampy forest? I don't know. When I Google Lotus environment, all I see are farms where they actually natural environment. Time to read an Wikipedia article. Floodplains of slow-moving rivers and delta areas. Okay. Sorry, Avatar, your master's in another castle. Help us, Aang, the Fire Lord has captured us. Did the Fire Nation have a concentration camp? No, but they just hunted everyone down and killed everyone. Over his captured son. Designing for a card is something different. Like, I have this giant square where I have to put something because it's going to be see-through, but it's not really the main focus of the artwork. So I have no... I wonder, what do brushes do with the... Okay, they don't move along the perspective ruler. Okay. Man! Why don't they? I mean, they kinda do, but... it doesn't really look like something. Fire Nation had a bunch of prisons, but I mean with the airbenders, they just went to their temples and murdered all of them, right? Did I ever mention that I'm really bad at environment drawing? Not used to do it. I need to practice it, but I'm not good at it. Oh. I mean, basically, you cannot really see the water ponds even because of all the lotus growing. That's so weird. My brush is not really in perspective. I would need to get a brush that has like the right perspective. Okay, this is not working out. Ooh, that's a way nicer brush. Okay, I can look back at the chat. I was just very concentrated and looking at brushes. There are Avatar comics, yes, but I never read them. I think I read through the one. There's like one about Zuko's mom, right? I think I looked into it, but that's like long, long ago, and I cannot remember anything. So. Okay, I think for the ponds, I'm gonna put down circles, which I can then draw more organically at another point. Oh, that's nice. But just so that I circle off some areas. I want a live action that changes Eren because he's a bit iffy. A live action that actually just kills Eren. Like... I mean, reading the Avatar comics would be something I would be interested in. Oh, no. You know... I now kinda understand more why Attack on Titan is so popular. I still don't like it. I still don't enjoy reading it. But... I do it. So far, the one character that I have, like, interest in is, John. I think it's very obvious why I like him. He's just, like, a type. But other than that, nah. I feel like the perspective is not correct, but I know it's correct because I work with photos and references. And actually use the goddamn ruler over there. I think it's actually not the... I think the lotus just looks too... small. And more like that. Yeah, context, this is a commission for a magic card. It's the Black Lotus. Cat picks the Black Lotus. If he isn't, if he's still Eren. Ah, debatable. Why are all the people who, like, not felt Attack on Titan coming out of the woodworks now? That's exactly my thing. I watched the first, I don't know, 5 episodes, and it didn't really work with me. I actually laughed out loud when Eren got, like, munched by the big old man Titan the first time I watched it. And I got a very disturbed look for it, and ever since then I kind of procrastinated. I was like, okay, I'm not in the right headspace, obviously. I cannot take this seriously. I'm gonna rewatch it later. And then I watched it again after a small break and I got further, but I just did not feel it. Now that I'm reading it, I don't know. On some level, I can appreciate the manga more. For some reason, I can, like, I see that the mystery is constructed well. And the overarching writing is not bad. But I'm also suffering more because the paneling is just... Ugh. Bad. Bad. It's very bad. I mean... Why would you hide your characters' faces? I mean, obviously, I know why he hides them, but... Like, I cannot tell you if it was actually, like, he paneled those pages, and then he, like, slapped the speech bubbles on it, and was like, oh damn, I have so much dialogue that I need to put in here. Or if it was like, oh no, that eye looks weird, I guess I'll put a speech bubble above it. I don't know. It's very weird. And then people shit on way better mangaka because they don't like the art style. And that's like one thing that I'm not shitting on. I don't really like the Attack on Titan art style. I think it kind of hits an uncanny valley sometimes, but not in the scary way, but more in the goofy, those people are not alive way. But you know, he's probably gonna improve, right? And I don't like that, but I think it's kind of unfair that people are talking about Kishimoto, that they're talking about Demon Slayer badly, that like everyone is like, oh, Mob Psycho 100 looks so bad, but at least if there's one thing I can say about the Mob Psycho 100 manga is that the storytelling is good. Like the actual use of panels and stuff is good. It's good. I looked at it when I like researched for my manga video series that I will continue once I have my bachelor thesis done. And then I read that and I'm like, do people seriously think this is the shit? I don't. But I also don't like to talk about that recently because I had a string of unfortunate meetings in the last 2 weeks where people mentioned the One Piece live action adaptation and everyone noticed that I got awkwardly quiet. And then I just like, the conversations always start the same. People talk positively about it. And I get quiet because I don't want to talk about it because my opinion is like, no one really sees it or agrees. And then people are like, did you not like it? And I'm like, no. And then they ask like, but why? And then I start explaining, and as I explain, I get really angry, and I don't even understand why, and I think it's just the situation that I feel like, apart from some people who agree with me, I'm living in a matrix. Like, I'm just living in a different timeline, and I cannot access the live adaptation that everyone else watched. And it really does not help that people are like, yeah, but even my parents liked it. Or like, yeah, I don't even like One Piece and I liked it. And One Piece fans are like, I liked it. And then I'm like, no! Why does so eat dirt? And yeah, it's I try to dodge the conversation, but I'm really bad at dodging it because I'm getting increasingly emotional the longer I talk about it. But I want to kind of accept that's okay, that's just me. I don't like it. It's fine. But then people press on and want to know my opinion. Maybe I should just like find the perfect topic changer for that kind of conversation. I would guess people who say Naruto has bad art style also say Attack on Titan is badly drawn. I wouldn't I wouldn't count on it. And even if they say it, I don't think they know why it is bad. Maybe it's the Mandela effect. We all just think we liked it and you're the only sane one. That's what I like to think. I mean, I'm not the only sane one. No, I've been on a podcast. Mob Cypher gave us Reagan, so every criticism on it is invalid. True. Preach. I actually want to rewatch Mob Psycho at some point. But boy, the damn live action was bad, right? Would be an option. Or I could go the completely insane route and be like, well, I guess I liked it as much as the Cowboy Bebop live action adaptation. Which is not true, because I remember liking that one okay-ish. But... Did my brushes get downloaded? Take the blue pill and you really realize before this live action adaptation wasn't that great. I mean, it's like the other way around, right? It's like, I get the pill, and if I take the red pill, I'll have to continue living knowing that it is bad. And if I take the blue pill, I'll live as a sheep and suddenly see what everyone else sees. That's at least more how I feel like. Like, maybe I just need to talk myself into it. Anyway, how's your sex life? Oh yeah, that was actually one thing that I kinda used to make the conversations less awkward is that I'm like, yeah, because I usually talk about girls with anime outside of, my other bubble, and, how can I say it? I be like, but you know, I really liked the actor of Zorro, and then I kinda just shift the conversation in that direction. It's very effective. One thing about consuming bad media though is, when I read Attack on Titan, and then close the book and go read a different manga, I enjoyed My Hero Academia so much more than I did the last few months, and I wonder if it's because I've read something that sucks up every joy. And then I go back and my monkey brain is like, oh, it's Deku! I actually like this. It's a character that I care about. I'm forgetting all the bad stuff that I criticized recently. Okay. Let me just concentrate on the cat for a while. Ten minutes left. I am getting increasingly confused by the Chainsaw Man manga though. I'm not gonna spoiler anyone who's not like keeping up with it, but this one really depends on where he's going with it. I am like, I guess I like what's happening. I'm not sure. I'm still interested. I'm not losing interest. But I'm not having the vision where I know where it's going. Kind of the opposite problem of My Hero Academia, where I'm like, I exactly know where this is probably going. Over the last few chapters, I was like, okay, this is a different concept that I haven't seen coming. Okay. But at least Deku is not Eren. At least so reading Dirt still isn't Eren. I have to look at the right side of life. Actually, I don't hate Eren. I don't have the energy to hate on him as a character or think that he's annoying. I'm way too distracted by the speech bubbles in his face. I know that sounds like, I don't know, pedantic nitpicking, but it's really distracting. Dated Eren yet. That might as well be true. Deku doesn't have genocide genes. No, he doesn't. You know, when I think about it, it's so weird that there is like a dedicated subset of people who hate on Bakugo for bullying someone in his life when he was like 5 to 15. But you have big sections of the anime community who are like, yeah, but you know, genocide is not always bad. Those are the good old times where I like had to discuss with people in the German anime bubble why it's, well, not okay that Bakugo bullied Deku, but why it's not like deal breaker for me. Because 1 for honor, 1 kills all. Want to go back to that kind of discussion. Bully cannot redeem himself. He's a bad boy. I mean, don't understand me. Don't misunderstand me. He did very bad things and he was a brat and an asshole, but I don't think that's worth being like denied redemption. I wonder if what those people think about Endeavor though. That's kinda worst case. I'm really looking forward for My Hero Academia to be finished and me having like a last read through and then doing a video, talk on it on podcast and so on. Right now I'm having the time of my life. I'm not a Todoroki hater, okay? I think Shoto is funny, actually. I think he's a very fun character. But all people are like, oh, the Todoroki storyline is like the best thing and it's so important, and what is the boy doing right now? Standing somewhere on the sideline as the main plot happens. It reminds me, I recently saw this Twitter post shit talking a silent voice because the man MC used to be a bully as a child. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really one, like... The thing is... I understand why you would, like, dislike a character based on stupid stuff like that, right? Like, I dislike characters for the dumbest reasons. I don't like their hair. I think they're stupid. They just annoy me on some subconscious level, but I would never like say like, and that's why this character cannot be in that story, and that's why he cannot be redeemed. Like, I don't know. I feel like most people also have a really like bad view on human life, where it's like you do one bad thing and you're forever tainted. Also where you consume the wrong product, and because our world only works through consumerism, that makes you bad. It's kind of the same black and white logic, right? Like, oh, you bullied someone once. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think that I'm the same person I was when I was 15. At least I hope I'm not the same person that I was when I was 15. And for me, even the person that bullied me, I don't think of them as the same person. Obviously, I am not keen on finding out what they're doing right now, but if I see them, I don't hate them. As long as they obviously have developed. Wait, you're not assigned natural evil when you do a single thing that is at least kind of bad and then have to say on that alignment. No. It's not how it works, boo. I don't like alignments in pen and paper. I would say I'm never annoyed by characters. Never. Bless you. It's become more rare for me. I'm not in that teenage mindset where I thought that Sasuke is stupid and I hated his stupid haircut with a passion. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you on the stream. But it sometimes happened. When was the last time I thought a character was stupid and annoying and I hated him? I guess low-key Mineta from My Hero Academia. I think it's gonna happen in Attack on Titan. But I don't know with whom. But I have a feeling it's going to happen. What have I watched recently? I cannot. No, I cannot remember. I know it still happens, but it doesn't happen often enough that I can remember. I guess I just grew up and realized that characters in series are like, oh yeah, true. But I mean, the thing is, I cannot differentiate if Bakuman is like, I hate the series, and thus I think everyone in there is stupid and I hate them. Maybe there's one kid whose name starts with an E. Yeah, Eren is probably... Most of the time, I am more annoyed by the writing. I think with Bakuman, I hate Mashiro and Takagi as in stand-in for the mangaka. Because they are obviously self-inserts. With Eren, I don't know. A thing that I actually really hate and that really annoys me and that I kinda project on the characters is when you enter an arc where they get like, their arc is suffering and everything gets miserable. I call it the Joss Whedon phenomenon. Because, like, I haven't finished Angel yet. Solely based on the fact that, like, a switch got turned around and everyone was suffering and the vibe was terrible And it didn't really like the whole first the whole what's his name? Angels. Wait, am I I know there's someone who's watching Buffy, so maybe I shouldn't spoiler it. Damn it. A new character that is being born in the series, who then basically losing the kid arc, yeah. And then in the last season, where two characters get together and from one day to the next, she's deadly ill and just dies, and I'm just like, God damn it, Joss Whedon, why can I not, like, just enjoy the series for a second? I actually like Buffy Season 6. I don't think that that's kind of the suffering I'm talking about, because Buffy has a depression arc. But the series does not lose all joy because of it. Later on Season 6, maybe. Season 7, though, is one where like, characters get into very arbitrary conflicts, and I don't like it. And the whole mood is... I mean, the situation is bad, so I get why the mood is bad, but it's hard to describe. I guess it's when there's not really a reason for suffering and depressing stuff. Like, there's not, like, a natural narrative conclusion, but you can feel that the writer just decided, now we go into suffering arc. And I'm just sitting here and waiting for things to get resolved. I guess that's the kind of phenomenon I'm talking about. Like, for example, I don't hate on Deku going feral and being edgy. I don't hate on that. I understand that, and it's a progression. Yes, Season 7 has some issues. There's the 5,000th time people are like, Buffy, you cannot be our leader! And you have to go. And like, did we not have, like, similar conflicts 10 times? I always think that my PMP satire character is sometimes annoying the shit out of my group. Out of your group or out of the characters? That's the difference. I think it's a very small difference. A lot of the times when a character is annoying to the in-game characters, it's also annoying the player group. But it can be a difference. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, one of the things I need to, like, watch at all. I don't know why, but it takes me a few years to, like, rewatch another sitcom or something similar to that. I think it was last year or the year before that I've watched Arrested Development. That was a great watch. Though it was distracting that the one actor is the voice of BoJack Horseman, and I am very fixated on associating that voice of BoJack Horseman. It took me more than 2 seasons to disconnect the characters. The characters of the group. I mean, that can be fun. But it's very easy to, like, at least in writing a TV series, when you write an annoying character, for example, Mineta in My Hero Academia, he's in-universe annoying, and he's also annoying the fanbase. But then there are, like, very... Like, one trope that usually doesn't get a lot of hate is, like, the cutesy little gremlin girl, who's kinda annoying, but she's also very endearing. Usually, those are not hated by the audience. Sometimes they are. I don't know, when I was a teenager, that was really frequent. I hated Sasuke and Sakura with all passion. And I don't know what the rule was, but characters would just get on my bad side. I guess that's just a thing where you don't differentiate between writing and that's actually what a lot of people still do, and even people who are grown-ups, where I'm like, okay, they kinda talk about the character as if it's a real person. And I don't mean just in language, but in, oh, a character did that, and thus he is such a bad or such a good person, or I don't know, this character has done nothing wrong. And they cannot really talk about it as if it's something fictional. Parasocial hatred, yeah. Yeah, parasocial is a good description of it. I think I placed the neck wrong. It looks weird. Cats look weird when they do stuff like that. They can just tilt their neck like that. I know that. The entirety of goods from Izukun rules. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't want to watch the watch Avatar before the adaptation. I think that will automatically make me hate the adaptation more. I'm gonna wait a bit and then see. Just grab you and post him. He'll love it. Yeah. I mean, I could, but then your commission is gonna take a lot longer. Because I need to, like... Because I cannot grab him, I'll have to stalk him and photograph him. I mean, I'm worrying less about this. I can still fix the cat very easily. In my head, I'm still and already worrying about the background. I think the perspective is weird. But I checked it. I copied the perspective from my reference. I mean, I have been studying perspective now again for like one day. Using Garnet from Steven Universe. Because Garnet is a box with spheres attached. Literally. So, the figure is very easy to draw in perspective. Ah, I'm still suffering. I think I'm not doing me a favor by placing the stem from the lotus this way, because it's actually covering the part of the cat. Maybe I need to shorten it. Yeah, okay. Okay. No! Wait, look at my skin. The thing is, for me, it looks like the cat can kinda make his neck longer. Or detach the head right now. Wait a second. I'm gonna look for a reference. and turning around. That looks weird as hell too. Ah, okay. The transitions very smoothly. I mean, I guess from more than the shoulders are around here. Hmm. Drawing is hard. It looks better, it still does not look right. Ah, my brush downloaded. I mean, we're already after 7. I'm gonna try fill in a bit of the environment. And then we're gonna end it for today. So if you have a nice point of discussion, throw it out now. Where is it getting? Start nice and small. I'm gonna test something. Nah, that twists it too much. Oh, it was worth a shot. No opinion on Daft Punk. I'm sorry to disappoint. They need to be a lot smaller. Hey, that's a bit small. We've also just stand in so I get an idea how the whole thing needs to look. Kinda look convincing. I guess the cat stands in water because Lotus grows in water. I don't really yet know how to construct it, if I'm honest. I'm gonna need to think about that and look at pictures. Gotta say, turning the work into studying stuff is really annoying, but it helps. Yeah, like... Why did I choose perspective? I could have made it so easy for me. But to improve, I need to challenge myself. Put in the same brush again. Now I want to look at that one. Oh, that's not a brush. That's actually just... I mean, generally, every single artwork you do helps you improve as long as you don't take too many shortcuts. And with this I kind of vibe. I feel like for some reason the perspective I made up is wrong. I mean, I didn't made it up. I looked at the reference. But I feel like it's a bit too steep. I think that's better. So, for you guys who don't know, wait. I'm doing a magic card. Like this. Roughly. So, I'm gonna put it above. It's like the cat is here, and this is transparent, so the flowers in the foreground can be seen, but they're not really the focal point. And the cat is the focal point. Perspective is challenging, but at least it's not Aaron. I mean, sometimes a break is actually also really helpful for learning. Like, just don't do nothing, but just not studying or just sketching a bit can give the brain time to process stuff. Highly depends. Sometimes I have like a thing where I don't draw for like weeks and then I get back into it. And it just clicks. I don't think I have a practices with Garnet on my computer. I did it on the tablet. I have like the first thing where I did not study and just did it on a whim. I kind of sketched it. And now I am working through a book about perspective and do all the things with Garnet. I like this Garnet a lot. I think I drew her weirdly on model for my standards. But as you can see, she has like her hair and everything is like the perfect thing to learn how to draw in perspective. Because she has very clear angles. But she's still humanoid, so whatever I learn about perspective with her, I can transfer to a more complicated human body. And after I work through the book, I'm gonna take a break from perspective, and I'm gonna do hands and feet. It's one of these manga learning books, but it's the one that I actually really like. Wait, I'm gonna Google the cover. The cover. It's called Manga in Perspektive. That one. This is like the one how to draw manga series which I really like. It's like perspective, sketches, proportions, and characters in their environment. And they have really helpful stuff. Like, I owned them for years, and I have apparently never read them properly. I read for the first few pages. 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective, 3 point perspective, and some techniques to like make sure you draw a room correctly, with techniques for making sure the distances between objects and the height is correct. I already learned so much, and I'm like, why? Why did I never read it properly? Could have been so much further. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna sleep over this one and then check the perspective and everything and get feedback from other artists. I also don't know how to color it yet. I'm really experimenting with coloring. I am considering, out of pure spite, to try to mimic Kishimoto's technique of coloring. Because I thought about it, like I made the whole Kishimoto can draw video where I talked about the colors, and I kind of realized that Kishimoto's coloring style is kind of iconic. It's not just the typical Copic marker manga style. He does something different. And I wonder if I can find some art book or something where he maybe talks about his process a little. Because I'm really curious how he achieves the look. And then I need to like copy it for digital. Yeah, that's the thing. These wait, I'm gonna show you it's this one. That series, they have professional mangaka giving the advice. So this is not like, oh, we paid someone to draw like manga. I mean, yeah, you mean these books, right? You mean these books. No. If I have to recommend books for someone who doesn't want to first draw realism but instantly wants to get into manga, the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity is V3. They give a solid entry point into drawing. That was not a waste of time for money for me. The stuff they tell you is actually pretty good. I mean, it highly depends where you're starting, of course. The perspective run is a really good entry point. Of course, there's like the preferred style where you first go into realism and then go, but if you're like me and your brain works different, I think these are actually good beginner books. Oh, you mean those fake ones? Yeah, those are a waste of time and money, that's true. I had, wait, maybe I find mine. The one that stagnated my process for years. Oh yeah, the How to Draw Manga series also has like old books, so if you want to learn more old school, I have those from my sister. They also have some better references. Come on, where's the ugly one? Maybe I need to Google something different. Manga Zeichenbuch. I'm gonna find it. My One Piece. It had like a purple color with, I think, a butterfly girl. I'm gonna recognize it when I see it. Still want to buy Haru's. Oh, there's Haru's book. I want to review it, but I don't want to pay for it. I want a review copy. Why do so many of these look so bad? When I'm in Japan again, I want to get Japanese ones. And then I remember that books exist. They definitely have their ups. I feel like being able to sit away from the computer and concentrate just on the book helps immensely. I'm not finding it. Now I'm sad. But when I think about it now, how much time and energy I spent into drawing advice that was really not helpful. The one I recommended are actually really good. But yeah, they have great artwork and references in that. Look at Garnet judging me for not ending the stream when I said I want to end it. No, I think this could look worse. I think if I just check the cat pose again, check the perspective again. Where are the circles? Ah, there. I think this is already what coloring I need to, like, think about it. But yeah, how, like, the thing is, spending money on books is possible, but there are also so many online courses and pros actually teaching stuff. I think it just depends on what kind of study type you are. What's the better way to go? and how much money you have. If you have all the money you can, yeah, well, go spend it on courses and books. Okay, but I think I'm gonna end it here. My voice is... I'm hungry as hell, and my voice is slowly suffering. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna stream again in 2 weeks. And in March, I want to return to weekly streams, but I have to check for that. If I'm actually gonna do it, because I'm probably gonna be in the hot writing phase of my bachelor thesis then. Have a nice evening and a great week. Take care of yourself, and I'll read you in the next stream. Wait, I need to do the thing. Bye!